So I can no longer afford a new phone, and I'm gonna have to be using my broken phone for a lot longer than I was initially planning. Now, if I didn't buy the camera, I could have easily afforded this. I could have easily afforded the brand new 16 Pro. This would have been the perfect time to get it as well. I mean, that's what I was gonna do. But now that I had to get this, looks like we're gonna have to go another year of using the iPhone 7 with the broken iPhone 13. Which I mean, I don't really mind. It's not gonna do make much of a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to it by now. I mean, everybody keeps asking, and it's a good having a broken phone is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me. It's a great conversation starter. I'm gonna tell you that. Amazing conversation starter. People come up to you and ask you what happened to your phone, and then you can start chopping it up from there. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get back into this. Let's see. I can tell you right now, nobody's using that shit. Literally, people are gonna test it out for the first month. They might start using it a little bit in the second month, but by the third month, nobody's gonna be using it because there's a lot more extra effort just to do something simple. Like the only times you ever need ChatGPT or whatever to like reword or type something is if you're typing something a lot, like something big and something important. And unless most people, average people, are not doing that often. Um, you're not gonna need ChatGPT. You're not gonna need an AI to tell you how to text your dad or how to text your girlfriend or something. Like you don't need ChatGPT to say, "Hey, I'm at the gas station. What do you want?" You don't need to do all that. Like most people are typing that or searching up something weird. Um, so I don't think most of the people are not gonna use it, bro. Now that you pointed out, Loki, hear it. Hear what? Oh yeah, I was about to mention. Why does this guy sound like he sounds familiar, like a TikToker?
It has our most powerful Pro chip.
Yo, he looks like he has his gun to his head. He sounds like he's scared. He literally does sound like he's about to bust. I'm not even kidding.
And our most advanced
I didn't think about that, but now that you say, I hear that. But it does sound like he has like a gun to his head, or like I've definitely heard this voice before somewhere. It sounds like an ASMR video. It kind of does.
With an intuitive new camera control. Plus station of iPhone starts now. This is iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence.
That looks the exact same as all the other iPhones. Literally, they have not updated the design since the 12 Pro. They just made the cameras bigger, but other than that, the design is the exact same. Squared off. And squared off, 3 cameras, LiDAR sensor here, flash at the top. And then we go to the 13 Pro. Same shit, but just bigger cameras. Squared off, LiDAR sensor, flash at the top, 3 cameras, stovetop design. And then we go to the 14 Pro. Same shit, bigger, but bigger cameras, but squared off, LiDAR on the bottom, flash at the top, triangular stovetop camera layout. Same shit. And then we go to the 15 Pro. They didn't even make the cameras bigger. I think they just made it protrude out more. But just I guess change the colors up, titanium. And other than that, I mean, design wise is the exact same. And materials don't really. I wouldn't really count that as design. Oh, you guys can't see the screen. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Ah, damn it! I gotta do that all over again. Shit. Okay. I'll just do this really fast. To 12 Pro, squared off, triangular stovetop camera layout, LiDAR at the bottom, the top. We got 13 Pro, same shit. Stovetop, 3 cameras, LiDAR at the bottom, flash at the top, and then we got the 14, same exact stuff. Bigger cameras though. But same exact layout, lighter at the top, flash at the top, triangular camera layout, and then we go to the 15 Pro, exact same, different materials, but like literally the exact same. And then now we go to the 16 Pro, and it's even, it's even, they didn't even make the cameras bigger in this one. The cameras look the same. Cameras look exactly the same. But I would say they did change the design of the broke people phones. They did change that, like the regular phones. The design on that actually changes pretty often. So from the 12, oh, obviously iPhone. That is it. Okay, iPhone 12. It's got the two cameras like bottom with the square thing. Like it's the camera module is square. Uh, and then we go to the 13. They just same square layout, but just change the cameras to make it diagonal. And move the mic around. And then we go to the 14, which is the same. No difference. 15, a slight difference in the glass back. It is like what is it? Frosted now? Or matte. And then 16, completely different design. Well, not completely different design, but like very different. They went back to the 12 with the cameras being vertical, but instead of the square box, they put it in like a circular, like oval thingy. I don't know. It doesn't look that great. It doesn't look bad though. I like the new design actually. The colors are beautiful. The colors, especially that green and the blue and the pink too. The pink is fire. That pink is one of the brightest pinks you've ever had. The colors are fire. I just don't. I'm not a fan of the what is it? This circular thing. I feel like either they should have got rid of it or done this. Actually, no. I think, but it makes it different though. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's unique. It's unique. It's definitely gonna stand out. You're gonna know you have a 16. If you have the Pro model, no one's gonna know you have the newest one. But if you have the newest Pro people version, people absolutely hate that. And the naming conventions are so cringe. Genmoji, generative um emoji, AI generated emoji. Like, bro, the name is so weird. Genmoji. Ain't nobody ever referring it to as that, and nobody's gonna use it after a month. I'm telling you, people are gonna go crazy making up crazy different emojis in the first month. After that, it's gonna die out. I'm telling you. Like, who actually uses Animoji? Do you guys remember Animoji? I don't know a single soul that uses this anymore, other than old people. My dad goes crazy over this. All my uncles and aunts go crazy over this, but no normal person is using this shit anymore. This was cool for the first like month, or actually a year. Actually, a year maybe. Not even a year. It was cool for a bit, and nobody uses this shit. Like literally nobody. I remember, and we all made these cringy as what do they call it? Memoji, bro. What memoji? Come on now, Animoji. Now Genmoji. Like nobody's using this. They're basically Bitmoji from Snap. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like bit.
You're writing.
Yo, they even see like a preview. I thought you could only zoom in and out and launch the camera, but you can go through so many different settings. That's cool.
You can easily access.
Wait, what else can you do? Ain't no way they're giving us aperture control. Cameras? Oh no, I don't think they are. Oh no, never mind, never mind. So you can change the focal length, which you could do before, but you can do it from the little module. Zoom in and out, switch cameras, and change the style and tone.
You can
That's
easily
pretty cool.
access your camera.
The button is pointless. Actually, no. I think it's pretty fire, but it's like such a weird feature because not everybody is gonna want it. It's only a good feature for like certain people. Like for somebody like me, like I love taking pictures and stuff. I think that's sick. But for the average person, like I don't think they're gonna use it as much. But I know why they added it is because of last year's what is it called? Dynamic. No, what is that? What do they call it? Uh, iPhone 15 Pro standout features. I forgot what they called it, but that button. Where is it? 15 Pro. Okay. MagSafe. Bro, where is it? What do they even call that? I forgot what they called it. Yo, anyone remember what they called it? That special button? Action button. Yeah, action button. Dude, I feel like they just did this because last year the action button they were showing it off, and one of the examples they showed was you can press the action button to go straight into camera, and everyone was like, "Oh, why did you put the action button here? Because if you're holding your phone like this and you press that button, you're hiding your camera because your fingers on it." So then, because of that feedback, they changed it to here. So now your camera's gonna be here, so your fingers are not blocking it, so you can take photos like this. I think that's it's cool that they listen to the people, and not I don't there's not a single phone in the modern. Now I seen some comments people saying, "Oh, Android had this 10 years ago." I don't know a single Android phone that had that like button or zoom in zoom out feature, or being able to go directly into camera or anything like that. I don't know a single Android phone that has that. Even if one had it on a one-off phone from 10 years ago, I sure as hell know that there's not a single modern smart Android smartphone that has that for 100%. I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, I mean, let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't think now come with the
15 Pro and
what do you mean now come with the 5x telephoto lens? Didn't every single pro model phone since the 11 have a 5x telephoto lens? Am I wrong? What do you mean it now comes with the telephoto lens? Okay, let's go 16 Pro Max. Let's go a couple generations back. 13 Pro, and then let's go to the first one. Where did they did that? Let's even go the Max. 13 Pro Max. Whatever. Let's even go with the same color. They even got that. Okay, where's the camera shit? Okay. Pro camera system, 12 megapixel, ultra wide telephoto. Okay, it doesn't tell you the telephoto. That's stupid. Doesn't even tell you. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, yo, maybe I was wrong. I was wrong. Yikes. Okay, we're gonna crop this part out. So the 11 Pro had a 2x and this had a 3x. But okay, it zooms in more. It zooms in more. Okay, let's see what the 15 Pro and the 14 Pro had. Did they not have? Okay, yeah, yo, the 15 Pro did have a 5x. So I'm still partially right. I'm still partially okay. I know I'm not talking about the point 0.5. I know what the point 0.5 is. That's ultra wide. I'm talking about the telephoto. Um, I swear the 15 had a point 0.5. No, no, they're not talking about point 0.5. They're talking about 5x, which is zoom. The zoom. Like on the 14 Pro itself, the 14 Pro and this have the same exact. Bro, it's not even the same. Optical zooms are the exact same. 0.5, 1x, 2x, and 5x. That's the exact same. Since last year. So I don't know what they're talking about. It now has a 5x. It's always had a 5x since a year ago. Now I was a little wrong saying it had one since 11 Pro or the 14 Pro or 13 Pro, but still.
and take a
So how far does it zoom into? Because the last one goes into 25x from 5. That's pretty cool. The new camera app. Well, this is like a pro mode camera app, but like, oh no, this is editing. This is for editing. This is post production. That's still pretty sick though. But obviously they kind of ripped this from Google. Google did this first, but still, it's not crazy like not a feature that nobody can have. But they're advertising it a little differently. Google is advertising it more like everyday tasks. Like you take a video and it's windy outside. They're advertising it like, oh yeah, you can use this feature to make movies and shit. So advertisement is different, but the same exact feature, just packaged differently. Cinematic stuff would have been nice to have when I was 10 to 13 years old. Yo, facts. Like at this point, like I don't got the time to test out these cameras and do cinematic shots. I'm gonna tell you this. When the 13 came out, I got the 13 when it came out, right? But like a couple months after it came out, like it came out in September. Well, pre-order started in September, but it actually came out, like started shipping out and something in like November time, I think. I don't exactly know, but I got it in December. No, it started like shipping out in October time, but I got it in December. I got it like 2 months after it came out. But like everybody was raving about the new cinematic mode because 13 Pro was the first phone with cinematic mode. Basically, just portrait photography, portrait photo mode for video. It just artificially blurs the background, and I don't think it does a good job of it. And everybody was going crazy about it, and I thought, okay, yo, I'll test it out. And I took like one video with it, and I hated it, and I never touched it. Literally, I don't go past like the video section. You know how you have the video, photo, portrait photo. I stay between there. I don't go to slow-mo ever. I never go to time lapse. I never go to cinematic mode. I take panoramas, which is crazy. I take more panoramas than I do cinematic mode. That's insane. Like, who actually takes panoramas? But I take more panoramas than I do cinematic mode. Because I don't think cinematic mode is even all that great. Because I feel like the quality is lower. You cannot shoot in 4K. You can only shoot in 1080p. But I know the newer ones can shoot cinematic in 4K. But still, on my phone, you can't. So the quality is lower. So that's one reason I don't use it. It doesn't look that cinematic. The blur is always so, like, bad. Because the cutouts are just terrible. It doesn't have really good edge detection. That's the word. It doesn't have the like great edge detection. So the bokeh effect it gives is just terrible. It just looks so artificial. Like it looks like somebody did it on CapCut. So I just never used it, but yeah, I feel like now they've improved it a lot more. Obviously they cannot get the proper like cinematic camera focal length like I can get, because obviously the sensors they're small, the lenses are small. I'm just trying to make myself feel good about my purchase because I got that instead of getting this. I don't know. Chat, is that a dumb mistake? Should I have got the 16 Pro instead of getting a camera? What was better? They're like around the same price as well. They're around the same. Okay, I don't know. It's cool, I guess. Nothing new. Okay, what's new? Slightly better cameras and a new button and AI. Other than that, it's literally the exact same phone. I don't think there's anything new about this, but people are going crazy over this, saying that this is like the craziest upgrade ever since any iPhone before this. But literally, there's nothing new about this. There's literally nothing new. I have the worst phone in my family. I have to upgrade soon. But you have the 11, right? That's not even that bad. If it still works. My phone is broken. It's literally completely broken. Like, it's not even... It's barely usable. They always choose the worst music for these videos, bro. I remember, I think it was for the 14, where they just had the N-word repeat, like, for the whole ad. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It is this one. Just says the N-word over and over again.
You really wanna party with me? Let me see.
Big boy pants, my fingers is thick. Got a big D chain, ain't draped from my hip. Got a big boy bag, got a big boy drip. Make a little girl sad, cause a big boy rich.
Also, the music is terrible in this, by the way, but still. It's not this one. Where is it?
Biggest.
Yo, I haven't watched this ad in a long time, so that caught me off guard.
Biggest.
Bro, how did they get away with this?
Biggest.
Oh my god.
This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Yo, yeah, bro, that's actually hilarious. Oh my god. Okay. Did they take down the original? I remember seeing this on the actual Apple, like by Apple, but did they take it down? Because I don't see the same thing with the Apple.
All right, so this is an iPhone 14 Plus, pretty big phone, but how big do you think the biggest iPhone in the world is? So I wasn't expecting this, but YouTuber Matthew Beam told me he was building the world's biggest iPhone a few days ago, and then he showed up with it. This thing is fully
My ADHD
functional,
let me do
7
this
feet
video.
tall, and weighs close to 500 pounds. It has a power button here, there's also volume buttons and a mute switch. It's so tall you have to get up on a ladder to take a selfie with the camera because it's all the way up here. But you know, I am the tech YouTuber, so I kind of had to investigate a little bit into how he made this. And first of all, watch his video for my full reaction on the thing. But turns out there is no iPhone actually in here at all. It's actually a Mac
Android?
Mini in here, which simulates running a virtual Android phone. And then that Android phone is running a launcher that makes it look like an iPhone. All with some jerry-rigged tech on the edges to make it see where your finger is, to make it act like a touchscreen. All that to say, it's not an iPhone technically, but it is still pretty impressive.
That's pretty. A18. What's on the 16, by the way? Did they change the naming scheme again? What was this chip? I forgot. A18 Pro. Okay, so they did change the naming schemes. So before, they just had it offset. So it was like this. It was where the new phone would have last year's chip. So on my phone in the 13 generation, both the Pro model and the regular one had the exact same chip. But then they're like, yo, we need to charge these people more money because why would anybody get the Pro model when they can get the same amount of performance as a regular model? So I think on the 15, they changed it where the regular 15 had the same exact chip as last year's Pro. And then the new Pro model got the newest chip. So if you got the regular one, you would have last generation's chip, just slightly better because they tweak it and stuff. And until now, the naming convention was the Pro model would have the current generation chip, and then last year, this regular model would have last year's chip. And they changed it now to where the naming convention is a little bit better, where it's caught up, but it's the exact same shit. On the Pro model, you have the A18 Pro chip, which is the new generation chip, and on the regular phone, you have the A18, which is probably last year's Pro chip. It's so scummy though. Literally, and okay, another thing that's super scummy that they did. Okay, one sec. Okay, let's just look at this. There is virtually no difference between these two, for what you need to upgrade to this, other than the cameras. That's what you would think, right? And there are very big differences that will change your experience that they added in so that you kind of upgrade to the Pro anyway. Like some no-brainer features that every phone should have, they held back on this so that this would look more appealing. Because if they gave those no-brainer cheap features, by the way, they can easily put it in and it would still cost the exact same. They're not super expensive or anything. Cheap features that they could have added on this, but they didn't, because if they did give those features to the regular phone, this would look like a garbage option to buy, because this is cheaper and has virtually the exact same stuff, other than an extra camera that only people that are photographers would actually use. Most people are not going to use a telephoto lens, let's be honest. And the feature I'm talking about is, of course, the refresh rate, and one more. Where is it? Do they have that listed? Do they even list it? Okay, no, they don't. ProMotion technology. Basically, in 2024, the latest iPhone, the iPhone 16 that just came out, is still on 60 hertz. Why the hell is that still on 60 hertz? When they could easily put in a 120 hertz display and it wouldn't be that much more expensive. They would still have an insane profit margin if they put in a 120 hertz display, or even a 90 hertz. We're not even asking for, we're asking for the bare minimum here, and they're giving us below the bare minimum, with a 60 hertz screen in 2025, damn near. And also, why does this have a different port? It has a weaker USB-C port, which they purposely put in so that you would need to upgrade to this, because most people would be more than happy with this. You have everything that you need on the regular one. You have a good enough chip. You have Apple Intelligence. You have the action button. You have the camera control. You have both the wide camera and the regular camera, and they're both really good. You can do macro photography now. You have the dynamic island. You have pretty good battery life, Face ID, all this stuff, all that. But then the only thing that's holding it back are very simple, small, minute things, like not having USB 3, which I don't know why they didn't put that in. That would not have been more expensive. They could have easily done that. And then the refresh rate. If they put those two in, I still think even without those two items, for most people, this is still a no-brainer. But they held it back so that even more people that are like on the line between both of them would have to jump to this. Me personally, if this had the USB 3 and if this had a better refresh rate, this would have been a no-brainer. Easily. I would never even think about getting the Pro or the Pro Max. But since they decided to nerf this, then I would prefer having a bit better refresh rate, and I would also prefer having better transfer speeds, because I'm always transferring photos from my phone to my Mac. Literally, I always am. So having a little bit faster, a lot faster, would be nice. And then if I'm getting those two features, then having an extra camera, a LiDAR sensor would also be nice. But like, see how the price ladder kind of works? It's crazy. But literally, the only thing that was holding the regular phone back, like they always add in some kind of extra BS that holds the regular phone back. It's so dumb. Instead of just making the Pro phone like so much better, instead of making it completely different and just making it better, they're just holding back the regular phone, and they're still charging you the exact. Anybody with an iPhone with an action button, let me know in the comments. Do you guys use that for anything other than the silent mode? Because I feel like everybody that I know who has like an iPhone with an action button just put it to the default silent mode, because I mean that's what it was before, and I don't think no, you don't really need that many shortcuts, to be honest. There's so many other shortcut options you can get. Like for most stuff, like I feel like having a silent mode is probably like really handy. Like you're gonna need to access that easily, especially without going on the screen. I really would like, it's so nice to just reach into your phone and just put it into silent without pulling your phone out. But if you change that to anything else, then you can't really do that anymore. I don't think there's any other feature that you would want to do that with. I don't think there's any other feature where you would want to like discreetly turn it on or whatever. Unless you're a creep and you want to discreetly record some like voice recordings or discreetly launch the camera app. Other than if you're a creep and you want to use it for those reasons, there's not any other feature that you would want to do that with. I'm not gonna lie. Check out the Apple Watch 10. Honestly, as soon as I started getting into watches, I hated the idea of getting an Apple Watch. Until then, I wanted one. But now that I'm like into watches and stuff, I don't ever want to get an Apple Watch, because I feel like if you get an Apple Watch, you would never wear anything else, because I don't know, it's just so much easier. But none of the features you use on this are really necessary, to be honest. You can do everything on your phone. I didn't check your heart rate and like all of that stuff, but you don't need that. That's it.
We are really excited.
I got nothing out of that ad other than it's bigger and thinner, which is the exact same tagline they've used for the past 10 years. UW for that. But I mean, I'm not using that. I got the AirPods.
Hello, I got places to be.
Oh, they got noise cancellation, active noise cancellation, the regular AirPods? What?
Hello, I got
Yo, that's
places
pretty
to be.
crazy. How they don't even have the silicone tips. How are they gonna even do that? They don't. I mean, they can do A and C, but they can't seal your ear in. So it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be as good. Adaptive
Hello, I got places
audio.
to be.
You can, cause way A and C like active noise cancelling works is like outside noises get canceled out by the headphones because it pumps in the opposite sound waves through the speakers, so it kind of cancels out. But that really is only that useful if you have a silicone tip, because the silicone tips kind of like seal your ear so the air and like sound waves can't get in. Like even like these don't have active noise cancellation. These are just cheap headphones, but they have noise cancellation because they're silicone tips and they seal your ears in. So they have noise cancellation but not active noise cancellation. Usually every headphones that have active noise cancellation have regular like passive noise cancellation. Like the AirPods Pro that had active noise cancellation had regular noise cancellation because they're silicone tips that seal your ear in. This is the first time I'm hearing of a headphone with active noise cancellation without the silicone tips, which is interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if the software would have to be insanely good for it to actually be proper noise cancellation, because like obviously since they don't have the silicone tips, like sound can leak out and leak in. Damn, my AirPods Pros are useless now. How? I guess you kind of, if this noise cancellation is good, then yeah, you kind of wasted your money.
Flow up, you hold me down.
If I mean, not really. Still, the Pro is still better.
I've been gone too long. Hello, I got places to be.
My brother definitely wasted his money because he just got the AirPods Pro 3. No, not the Pro. The AirPods 3. And now the AirPods 4 come out and it has USB-C charging. And it also has the speakers in the bottom, which he doesn't have. And it has noise cancellation. And it has all these features, which he doesn't have. And it's about to be the same price. So his AirPods are kind of useless now. I'm still on the old AirPods, by the way. I'm still on these bad boys, the OGs. If you all know, I'm still on these. Where is it? Yeah, these ones. The OGs. I mean, I feel like the design on these have been fire. These were the AirPods. That was what was cool back in the day. I feel like nowadays, people don't really care. I'm not watching that. That's the most noise cancellation more expensive. Wait, is there 2 regular AirPods now? Did they have 2 different do they have 3 sets of AirPods now? Well, 4 sets of AirPods. Okay, so you got AirPods, AirPods Pro, AirPods Max. Okay. The AirPods go to pre-order. Oh, so it's an extra add-on. Regular, and then you have to buy an extra add-on. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, kind of. I feel like it's not. It shouldn't be that much more expensive. But whatever. Oh, even in the ad, that photo looks garbage. I'm not gonna lie, that photo looks terrible. I feel, yo, the Pro model looks garbage this year. Like, there's barely anything. They didn't even talk about much. They just said this is a better camera and cinematic slow-mo, which is probably the last year's phone is probably gonna get in a software update. But other than that, there's nothing new that is exclusive on this phone. But on the regular 16, they talked so much. Like, so I said earlier, like this phone is so much better that they had to nerf it.
And private Apple Intelligence.
And even with the nerf, I feel like the 16 is way better. Whoa, what did she just say?
Mom's flight. Because Siri knows who your mom is.
Oh, Oh, that's kind of creepy. Siri knows where your mom is. That's she didn't even say wait. She said who your jet black is fire. I remember the jet black iPhone 7. Jet black iPhone 7 was crazy. This is not the jet black iPhone 7, by the way. This is just a regular black iPhone 7. But
display
I don't
ever.
know what I don't even know what the jet black iPhone 7 looks like in real life. I don't even know if this is the jet black iPhone 7. I think this is regular black. I'm not sure.
It's the thinnest Apple Watch ever made. It now
Bro, what is his face? I just got sent this on Snap. That's crazy. What is that? That's literally a thumbnail face. Oh, yo, that's crazy. That's funny. That's funny. Wait one sec. I gotta do something real quick. One sec. I gotta send out. What?
this is AirPods Max with
Nobody should ever buy this thing. It's so. Every time I see somebody that I know for a fact, first of all, are not an active person, that don't do anything interesting, literally works at office job, and I see somebody wearing this, I cringe. Because there is no reason for you to be wearing this, because everything that you're paying for, you're not utilizing. This is meant for like extreme stuff, like extreme sports. This is meant for diving. This is meant for like mountain climbers. This is not meant for you to wear to a wedding, or to wear to like an event, or to wear for your office job. That is so cringe. You're just spending money for the sake of spending money. And I feel like that's so wasteful, and it's kind of like really dumb in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but like imagine just seeing like a random, like, I don't know, some finance guy who just drives to the office and comes back, and the coolest thing he does in his life is run on a treadmill, and he buys an Apple Watch Ultra. That is pretty cringe, I can't lie. Like, I feel like 90% I don't know why they even made it, because it's so niche, but Apple fanboys they're not the smartest. So they eat that shit up, and they still spend the extra money and not use any of those features. Because I mean, it's such a niche thing to like for them to sell. Like, Apple doesn't really sell niche stuff. They usually sell something that everybody can use, like general public. But this is so niche. But for some reason, it still did pretty good, like numbers wise, and they made a second one. And they even did so good that Android and Samsung decided to steal the idea with making a one-to-one. Of I don't often hear anybody use the word delicious to describe colors, and it's very unsettling, in my opinion. I don't know how to feel about. All right, okay. So we're gonna load up some games now. I feel like we've kind of went through everything to talk about on this new Apple stuff. It's the same as last year, to be honest. And I would say I'm a bit of an Apple fan, and even that, I still think this is kind of a like pretty mid, update. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody's hyping this up. I finally watched everything that's new, and honestly, it's pretty dang mid. Pretty mid. There's nothing that crazy going on, to be honest. Nothing interesting, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments as well. What you guys thought about the new Apple stuff.